Okay, this was like extremely crazy ass dream, like, but I do remember a lot of it, so I have to record it. Um okay, so the first part of it was I don't know, I was friends with Speed, that Twitch streamer, Speed, like, but okay, before that though, I was like, oh, I don't know whose office. Like, it was my office, but it wasn't my office, if that makes sense. Like, I had a computer, like a desktop computer, whatever, and I was having some of the issues that I'm having now, which is I had a random fucking hacker like changing up the shit, but it was like even more violent than what even I've experienced. Like, yeah, I've had people like fucking take control of my screen, and no, I wasn't doing what is it the view sharing, like, I have done that, and like obviously like when you do that you're aware of that, right? But this is not like, this is not approved, this is not sanctioned whatever. And I've had people do that, not as much lately, thank God, but I still, anyway. Anyway, that was happening, and then like I don't know what happened in between this and me being in the car with Speed. I'm talking to him, like, I think he's like, well, that mofo is too rich to be driving his own damn car now, but anyway, we were like, I think he was going to like somewhere to, like, I don't know, like, this is kind of funny, right? Because I think he just streams like 24/7 or whatever. Like, he just like if you were thinking about like real life, he'd be streaming in the car, but we were going to like a set or something, like he was going somewhere where he was like going to go do something, right? And I was talking to him about this. I was like, this is like kind of fucked up, and he's like, whatever. And I'm kind of like, like, hey, why don't you give me like, I'm asking for a loan, like, hey, give me some money so I could deal with this problem or whatever, blah 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 blah. And he's like, and I don't, like, I'm trying. We did finally get to the destination, but I'm trying to, like, I don't think unfortunately, I don't remember who was there. But there was like about 7 people there and stuff, and like the issue didn't get discussed. Like, he was like, well, we'll figure, or whatever. Like, I don't know, like, that's crazy that I was even in this position. But anyway, so he's doing that thing. That was like, I was not part of that. Like I don't know. I was a passenger in this shit, so I'm like, I gotta, like, there was like a place nearby, and I'm going in there, and oh, this is actually really crazy too. Um, I go to this. Yeah, no, I'm going to this gold exchange. Oh, the God, I'm kind of clicking into I'm clicking to how this relates to my real life, but anyway, not exactly, but I see where my brain pulled the inspiration from. But yeah, no, there was like I was talking to these it was like a gold store, right? Like a exchange store or whatever. And for whatever reason, like, like, I was looking up, like, okay, like in grocery stores, how they have like the weekly like little paper thingy that they give you out. For whatever reason, this jewelry slash gold exchange, or whatever it is, had this. And I was trying to look up like how much, like, or I was asking around, and I was asking like how much is like gold and silver per ounce. Like, I was trying to ask like what's the exchange rate basically. And in my brain they were like, well, it kind of depends on, like, like, I don't know, like the purity of the metal, blah 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 blah. Like, they were going on and on about this shit, and like, this is what I'm getting from the dream that I just had, right? Everyone's kind of like brushing me up. Like, when I'm asking a question, nobody's answering me directly. Like, Speed was like, oh yeah, like, whatever, but he didn't give me Well, we were in the car anyway. I don't think he could just like give me a loan like that. And then like I go to the metal place and they're like, well, I mean like it makes sense, right? Because it's like you can't just have things like that, whatever. But it was like this whole entire thing of like everybody just like not not able to give me a direct answer or being too big or like I couldn't get my answers right. But anyway, and for whatever reason, and this is crazy that I'm asking Speed for a loan because there was like I had like metal and silver plates in my pockets. And I was like, look, like, or no, was it me or was it one? I don't know. I don't remember if it was. It doesn't make sense if I'm asking that dude for a loan and I have like gold and silver. I had 2 silver plates and I remember those 2 silver plates and they're like this, like they were like this long, and like maybe they're about the size of a phone, maybe a little smaller. And then I think only 1 gold one. I think I had 2 silver and 1 gold one. I don't remember. The gold one was a lot thicker. Like it was the same size, but just a little thicker. And like, cause like the silvers were like kind of more like little plates, or they were thinner, and then the gold one was kind of more on the thick end, and they were getting excited. But then the police came. I didn't necessarily run. I don't know. Like I can't. Like, because this is always important. You always should remember what your feeling or your mood was in a dream. Like, even if you can't remember what was going on in a dream, like, your feelings are very important to remember. It's very hard for me to pinpoint what my feelings were in this because, okay, maybe it was another shop that was, like, the people were arresting them or something, or it was either another shop was being arrested or that like, because I remember like I remember seeing like there was like the lady at the cash register, and then like there was like 2 to 3 other people off to the side on here like handling like the back room or whatever, and there was like at least that many cops, and I was like, oh. And well, I didn't do anything, so I didn't have any panic or whatever. Like I was just like, I'm just here, and then like I went from being in the shop to like watching outside of watching this happen from the outside of it. So that was after I dropped the bars. Like I was like hey, whatever, and like I think like people were excited that I did, like, or they were like, oh no, like like even like especially since like they were like being like, well, it depends on how many I was getting the, well, it depends how many out there, how pure the metal is, blah 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 blah. Yeah, they were like excited that I dropped bars. Oh, isn't that what you say for the, when you're like singing or rapping or something? That's funny. But anyway, ooh, this is burning. So yeah, basically that happened, and then then I like kind of teleported to another part of the dream where I was walking on this like residential road. And I haven't talked to this girl in years, but this is a girl that I went to school with, Joanna. I was trying, like, I don't know why I was going to go, like, this is not even where she, like, I don't remember where she used to live, but, no, this was not even, like, I don't even know what the hell this is, but, I knew, like, okay, my brain was telling me Joanna lived in this one house, and I was, like, gonna go. I don't even remember why I wanted to go talk to Joanna, but, but she was busy. Um, um, no, it was weird. Like, I kind of hesitated to go. Like, it was like I couldn't go into her house. I couldn't even go up. Like, I couldn't even go on her property in the dream. It was like, I don't know. Something was happening there. Like, that's the thing. Like, this is like the weirdest. Like, okay, I said like, oh, your emotions or like how you're feeling in the dream is very important. There's like this constant like kind of like hesitancy or like kind of like a tumbling weed where it's just like, it's like, oh, this is not, I wouldn't say it's not working, but like, okay, like, just kind of like lightly touching base with like all these different people, but not really being in any sort of like I'm not really invested in any of this stuff. And then there's like hesitancy to go visit Joanna. Speed didn't want to lend me money. I don't know what you call it. Like the gold exchange people got arrested for some reason. And I couldn't do I guess a business with them. Like it was just like I don't want to say it's just one of those days, but yeah, no, I see how it relates to my real life, but like I see where my mind pulled from. But well, not the part with Joanna. I have no idea why Joanna popped up in my head, but oh, I think I do know. But I think I do understand, but not like it's not the clearest of dreams to evaluate, because there's too many parts to it. Yeah, I think like I see where all of it's connected, but not enough to like be like, oh. Especially like like I said, like the general mood of it was like being kind of dismissed constantly. But it's okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't go through the lentils very well. There was one that was not good. But or I don't know, maybe it was just like burnt bottom. Probably. I probably psyched myself out. But yeah. I'm trying to think, was the point? Oh yeah, I do remember, at the I do remember, at the gold shop, one of the ladies was pregnant, and, she had just given birth, and, she kind of reminded me of, she didn't look like her, but like my brain was like, oh, she kind of reminds me of, like one of my nieces, so because she was like a little skinny mini, and I was like, oh shit, like how did you give birth? But anyway, yeah, like okay, so like okay, like let me just kind of like, okay, so I was on my computer, like it started out with I'm on my computer at my work or something, like I do feel like it might have been, oh, you know what, I think I do know what the office was like. Well, I don't know, I think my brain might be creating it now, but it reminds me of my aunt's, her off, like, they used to have an office in their house, and it's actually now a bathroom, so they don't have an office anymore, but it looked like that, like a home office, like, it looked like a home office, but I was, like, at work or whatever. They still have an office, but it's, like, in another, like, they expanded another room, and they just remodeled everything. But if I were going to compare it, like, it wasn't exactly like that, but it was like, yeah, I was trying to find the word home office, yeah. So I was in a home office and working on the computer, and then all of a sudden, like a fucking hacker. It's like, and it was like a very invasive, very like it was like doing all sorts of things with my files and doing all that stuff, and that's happened in real life to me, right? So that was very frustrating, and I was like very like I wasn't distraught because, like I said, like I think because I have had it like when. I'm trying to remember when it first happened. I think since I moved to this apartment, unfortunately. So that's why I feel like probably should move eventually. But motherfucker's probably still at least scanning my stuff, which isn't. And like, it's like, well, you're doing illegal shit, bro. I'm not gonna get in trouble. You are. Especially like, look at my dream. Somebody got like, it wasn't me. I got arrested with somebody else. But yeah, it was at the. I was at the gold shop, and but they were doing like some tricky shit there, and I got arrested. And then I went and tried to find Joanna. Well, no, it was like I got teleported home, and then I don't know. Then I was like, I'm trying to remember. There's nothing after that bit. I just remember walking down the road, walking past her house, wanting to like kind of go reach out to her or something like that. But then ultimately like not. But I think like like I feel like this is like dream consciousness, or like like I don't think she actually came out of her house and talked to me, but like I got the sense like what is it, like I had like psychic vision or something, whereas like I was close enough to her to like kind of pick up that that she too was busy. But it was kind of like, yeah, she like something was going on, like, yeah, that's a weird, like every single person in the dream like was busy doing something. I didn't necessarily have time for me, even though like I had things that I wanted to do with them, but it was like they were all busy. But like I wasn't sad. It was like, I would just go on to the next thing. It was like that. But was there anything more to that dream? No, that's it. Anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna title this, because it was like, yeah, well, I'm trying to think of how many, like, because I do think, like, how many, I know I had 2 silver ones. That's the thing, is I remember 2, so I don't remember how many gold ones I had. I had 2 silver and at least 1 gold. Possibly 3 gold, I don't know, but yeah. And they were bars, like who carries like fucking gold bars in their pocket? But anyway, but yeah, that's it. Anyway, take care, be good, bye bye.